What's up, guys? My name is Cromar, and this is Gamer to Gamer, the new partner interview show here on TGN. I'm joined today by NovaPulseGaming. Introduce yourself, NovaPulseGaming.
Hey, this is Pulse from NovaPulseGaming. How are you today, Cromar?
I'm doing fantastic. Tell me a little bit about your channel.
Yeah, I just do content on the channel that is meant to get the viewers to have meaningful discussion about video games, which is what we love, right?
Yeah, that's right. What do you specialize in on the channel?
Well, I do, like I said, a lot of discussion stuff. There's a lot of MMO content on there, but I also do a good bit of Let's Play content. A lot of it centered around like my first impressions with a lot of indie games. See where it breaks. Oh god. Okay. Can we make it? Can we make it? Please, for the love of God, get it. Get across, get across, get across, get across. Come on, come on, come on. Oh my goodness, that was close as hell. Oh god, did one of them get hit?
Oh, okay, so you do like Steam Greenlight, whatnot.
Yeah, quite a bit of that.
Okay, so how'd you get started on YouTube?
Well, I've been wanting to do YouTube for quite some time now, but around E3, with the reveal of the consoles and all of that craziness, I decided to kind of just jump in. I mean, I figured, why not now? Let me cover the gaming stuff that's going to be really interesting. We're getting into the next generation, so why not? That's really how I got started.
So over time, even though you haven't been doing this for a long time, but as you've been going on, how have you improved your channel?
Well, honestly, just a lot of doing it. I mean, if you look at my channel's first videos, I will admit they're pretty awful, especially in the audio quality department. And you just learn by doing, honestly, and you figure out some tricks by experimenting with your editing and your recording style and stuff. And definitely the biggest part is just kind of getting over that initial nervousness you have when you start recording for YouTube. I definitely had some of that, and I've gotten over it. At least I think I did.
Okay, so it's basically experience. Like, you just keep doing it, and you get better and better.
Absolutely. The experience is definitely at the top for how to improve your channel. Again, my grandfather would be so proud of me for using shit bricks. Let's knock out Grumpy after all. Didn't want to, but looks like we don't have much of a choice. And he decided to raise an alarm. Luckily that these stupid things, oh my god, this is the most epic fight there ever was. And there's the name of the episode.
Yeah, I agree, absolutely. And what are your goals right now on YouTube in the long term?
Well, YouTube really didn't start out as like a trek towards doing it as a career or anything like a lot of people tried to do. It's definitely a passion project and more of a hobby right now. But I'm definitely not opposed to getting around to doing it full time. I absolutely love getting into the gaming discussion.
Okay, so come what may, pretty much.
Absolutely.
So we talked about indie titles and Steam Greenlight. What are some of your recent favorites?
Well, I've played a lot of duds, admittedly, but one title that I should mention is Leviathan: Last Day of the Decade. It's actually a title that's out now, and it's not so much a game as more of an interactive story, and I really don't play those games very often, but when I played it, it was very engaging, and I was absolutely enthralled in the story they were trying to deliver, and it was really interesting, so I figured I'll go with that one. Just the storybook aesthetic going on the game, as you can see with the like graphic style, the artwork is very well done. It's very beautiful, and it really does well to convey the sense of like you're in the story. Jesus. Hey, quiet! No. This thing wants to eat me. I need to do something quickly. Well, I vote magic, mainly because I want to see if it does anything. I should try a spell or something. Once my grandmother taught me to defend myself from the dead, I have to just remember the spell. It says. Stepping quietly, I walk around the body with white chalk. Oh god, that didn't... Oh, Jesus Christ, I'm bleeding a whole lot. Throws itself onto Oliver and bites onto his head. Oh, Jesus Christ, I'm gonna have brain damage.
Okay, and yeah, the genre of these interactive adventure games is definitely making a comeback with the popularity of the Telltale Games, Walking Dead series, and so on. So I'm glad to see that's coming back. Now, as far as other genres, MMOs, I want to talk about MMOs because you do talk about some MMOs quite a bit on your channel. Are there any upcoming MMOs that you think can dethrone WoW?
Well, to be honest, no, but that's a loaded question, honestly.
Of course.
as anyone that's played WoW will know, it's slowly diminishing, but it still has so many subscribers compared to any other MMO. And honestly, it was just an anomaly. It's something that cannot be replicated with the overflow of free-to-play games in the market now. As far as a game that I think is like on the right path to maybe take the throne, as it were, going forward, I'd have to give it to EverQuest Next at the moment. It's just doing some crazy interesting stuff.
So EverQuest Next is a pretty interesting game. I mean, I've heard it's kind of a sandbox. Can you tell us a little bit about the game and why you're looking forward to it?
Yeah, I mean, I'm really looking forward to it because of just what they're doing with the game itself. I mean, it's actually 2 games, I should say. They're coming out with a game called EverQuest Next Landmark, which is going to be out sometime this winter, and it's essentially like Minecraft 2.0 with tons of player customability and being able to make and create whatever it is you could possibly want. And then they have the EverQuest Next MMO version to come down the line sometime, and all of the stuff created by the player base in Landmark could potentially find its way into the MMO version. But the most interesting part, and what's really got me and a lot of other people interested in the game itself, is the way that they do the world generation through their voxels. It kind of similar to how Minecraft does it, all the cubes, but these cubes are not so plain and cubular, as it were.
Right, so it's kind of a procedural generation.
Yeah, they procedurally generate pretty much everything, and then they can lay out patches or updates at a whim and kind of destroy the world, and then it will regenerate in a different way.
Wow.
And the players can actually interact with the world as well. If you look at some of the footage, you'll see some player attacks like crushing into the ground and making a hole, and you can actually like fall down a layer into a dungeon. Or there's like a small clip of this huge hulking golem walking right through trees, and they fall apart, and then he smashes a castle. That's pretty damn cool, because normally a castle is permanent, and so that one definitely wasn't.
Right, so it sounds like it's going to be really exciting that they're putting sandbox elements. They're really taking it almost to the next level. They're not just repeating. They're not just making a WoW clone.
Just for example, I can really see the MMO vets gravitating towards this game for the fast-paced combat. I'm sure you've seen in the background there where it shows them running kind of almost parkour style, and it's just very fast-paced and impactful, especially with the way that your spells and attacks leave indentions and marks on the world.
All right, so I agree with you. That's actually really exciting. But let's talk now about games that are out now. What are you playing right now that has your interest?
Well, right now, when I have free time, I'm playing a newly released, well, I guess it's newly released to Steam anyway, is this ridiculous platformer called Bunny Must Die. And it's not something I normally go for, but it is up there with like the masochistic kind of challenge. But it's really addicting. I'm playing a good bit of that, and I'm playing some MOBA stuff. I'm going around between League of Legends and Dota, and I'm kind of catching up on Remember Me, which I know wasn't the most well-received game, but it's cool. It's got memories involved. I can't really argue with that.
So it sounds like you play just a little bit of everything.
Yeah, I don't really discriminate on the genres too much. If I have to pick any that I don't really play a lot of, it's gotta be RTS and fighting games. I used to play a good bit of StarCraft, but it's just one of those, it takes so much practice to get the micro and the macro down. And
there's no such thing as casual StarCraft.
Absolutely not. If you go in there as a casual, you have to just ignore everything that is said to you. But that goes with MOBAs as well. And then fighting games, I have the twitch reflexes, but my mind cannot think the strategy out at that quick pace. So props to anyone that can play fighting games really good, because I am absolutely awful.
All right. Well, thanks a lot for joining me, NovaPulseGaming. You can check out his channel, link in the video description below, if you want to check out a lot of really cool, obscure indie titles, things that you might not find anywhere else. I mean, he covers everything, as well as some discussion on MMOs, and even a couple more modern games. So, once again, thank you, NovaPulseGaming, for joining me, and I'll see everybody on the next episode of Gamer to Gamer.
Thanks for having me. Pulse out.